welcome to the World Battery Metals and Mining News for the 16th of September 2024.
Daye copper plant in China to close for 3 months after fire. China Daye non-ferrous metals mining has experienced a significant disruption due to a fire at its copper facilities in central China's Hubei province, leading to a 3-month halt in primary smelting operations. The fire, which occurred at their sulfuric acid facility, a critical component in the copper smelting process, could potentially ease this year's copper raw material shortages by pushing more supply into the market. Despite this setback, Daye's refinery will partially continue operations by processing intermediate products like scrap and blister to produce copper cathodes. The company now anticipates producing 680,000 metric tons of copper cathode this year, down from its initial target of 870,000 tons. This incident underscores the ongoing logistical and supply challenges within the copper industry, where a shortage in mined concentrates contrasts with an oversupply of refined cathodes amid weak demand from China, the largest consumer. Antofagasta to invest $3.5 billion in 2025 amid portfolio expansion. Chilean miner Antofagasta is poised to invest a monumental $3.5 billion in 2025 to expand its operations in Chile and Peru. With CEO Iván Arriagada at the helm, the company is targeting copper projects in Peru expected to yield 50,000 tons annually for a decade. The company, largely owned by the affluent Luxic family, is already making strides with the $4.4 billion Nueva Centinela project, which will enhance copper-equivalent production and introduce autonomous tech. In a noteworthy move, Antofagasta opened a $2 billion desalination plant at its Los Pelambres mine, a significant innovation for a drought-stricken region. Despite facing challenges with its U.S.-based Twin Metals project, especially after the Biden administration's moratorium, the company remains resolute, arguing that the project addresses critical national security and energy concerns. The ambitious investments align with Antofagasta's goal of securing a spot among the world's top 10 copper producers, essential for electric vehicle batteries and construction. Gold price sets new record as Fed rate cut decision looms. Gold prices soared to new heights, reaching $2,589.70, driven by anticipation of the Federal Reserve's upcoming meeting, which is expected to bring a rate cut. The precious metals surge, marked by a peak in gold futures as well, is fueled by speculation over whether the Fed will slash rates by 25 or 50 basis points. A weaker U.S. dollar, impacted by an attempted attack on former President Trump, also contributed to gold's rally. This surge, which has seen gold prices climb over 25% this year, is bolstered by central banks' purchases amid geopolitical uncertainties and significant retail interest, signaling a strong market response to global instability. U.S. Supreme Court could block Rio, BHP copper mine in Arizona. A Native American group, Apache Stronghold, is trying to block mining giants Rio Tinto and BHP from starting a massive copper project in Arizona by asking the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn a previous ruling that favored the companies. The 2014 decision, backed initially by Obama and then by Trump, but temporarily halted by Biden, involves a land swap for the Resolution Copper Project, which is estimated to sit atop a sizable 18 million tons of copper. This project, however, threatens a culturally significant site for the Apache tribe known as Oak Flat Campground, which would be transformed into a massive mining crater, effectively disrupting the tribe's religious rituals and historical heritage. Interestingly, the appeal coincides with the anniversary of Rio Tinto's controversial destruction of a sacred Australian Indigenous site, highlighting a recurring pattern of disregarding Indigenous concerns in favor of development. As usual, the courts now face balancing significant cultural and religious issues with national economic interests, amidst corporate investments already tallying over $2 billion for mine development. Rio Tinto increases sovereign metals stake to 19.9%. Rio Tinto has bolstered its stake in sovereign metals, raising its shareholding to 19.9% via option exercise and an additional $690,360 investment. This move demonstrates Rio Tinto's confidence in the Cassia rutile graphite project's potential as a major player in critical minerals, especially given its emphasis on low CO2 natural rutile and graphite. Sovereign Metals plans to use the influx of funds to advance this highly significant project in Malawi. Such strategic investments from a mining behemoth like Rio Tinto affirm the project's viability and potential industry impact. While it's great to see financial backing and technological collaboration, one can't help but wonder if this is also a calculated move by Rio Tinto to secure a foothold in the critical minerals market amid global supply uncertainties. Zimbabwe to tackle gold smuggling by boosting mine surveillance. Zimbabwe is tackling significant gold smuggling issues, which cost the nation $1.5 billion annually, by enhancing surveillance at mining sites, says Mines Minister Winston Chitando. Small-scale miners, who often face delayed payments from the state's sole authorized buyer, Fidelity Gold Refinery, FGR, sometimes resort to selling outside official channels. To curb this, the government plans to deploy monitoring teams and improve its gold tracing system, initially announced in May. Zimbabwe aims to boost gold production to 35 tons in 2024, up from 30.1 tons this year, by curtailing unofficial side market trades that hinder revenue. In a move to stabilize its national currency, Zimbabwe has introduced the ZiG, backed by gold and other reserves, making it crucial that all gold trade is routed through FGR. So far, the country has produced 21 tons of gold in the first 8 months of this year, marginally higher than the 19.3 tons produced in the same period last year. This effort underscores the importance of streamlined, clean mining practices to support economic stability and sustainable development in Zimbabwe.